I'm about to plant some more potatoes. This time I'm going to plant them in this wood chip area. I dug a trench. Basically I just moved the wood chips away and scraped the soil underneath a bit. I'm gonna place potatoes and then cover them. You see, we had buckets of rain for the last couple of weeks here in southwest Scotland, and as you can see, now it's sunny, but as you can see, this area is completely dry on the surface anyway. Underneath it's good soil. Good soil. There is a lot of moisture because of the rain, so all these wood chips are holding a lot of moisture while keeping the surface nice and dry. You can walk on it in slippers basically, while in the other area where there is grass, one wouldn't be able to walk in and not get dirty, without wearing boots. I went outside the other day when it was drizzling, and unlike other days when I normally take my boots on, I had my slippers and I just walked around here without an issue. So that's another reason why I like using wood chips in the garden. It looks good, in my opinion anyway. It enriches the soil, it keeps the ground nice and clean when you walk on it, so you don't get muddy. And yeah, it's like a double benefit, double purpose. When it rains too much, it holds the moisture, because as I told you, we had buckets of rain until today. It was all cloudy and misty and raining in buckets in different sessions. It would stop and then it would start again, and it was like this non-stop almost. And now it's the first day when we have blue sky, beautiful blue sky, and quite warm weather. I was adding more wood chips around by the berry bushes and by the garlic and potato bed, and I got really warm, so I took my jacket off. Now I've put it on back. But yeah, it's very warm, nice and warm finally. So the vegetation hopefully will start growing more, all the trees and the rest. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing those potatoes, which are already grown quite a bit. I'm not sure how well they will grow, but I thought I'll give them a chance here. It's quite a nice sunny area. We will have the trees leafing out in a couple of weeks, and that will create more shade, but still the sun will still penetrate around here, so hopefully the potatoes will do well. We'll see. This will be the third place we have potatoes in the garden. We have some at the front and some at the back, so I wish I could have put them all in one place, but the garden, as you were able to see, in many parts is covered with grass still, because it's been maintained as a lawn until we moved here. But this area here, I'm working on the tree nursery, so I've chipped it. We're growing mushrooms as well, one cap mushrooms, so we'll see how many mushrooms we get this year. I've placed one cap mycelium around, some there, some here, some there. We had lots showing up there because that was where we initially started with the inoculation, and where we first had wood chips there and there. So we'll see. But yeah, that's why I decided to put some potatoes there, because this area is already getting enriched. The soil underneath is already getting enriched because we placed these wood chips on top and didn't disturb the ground, which is, I've noticed earlier when I was digging, probably the worms gone underground now, because obviously they don't like the sun. But when I was scraping, I noticed lots of worm activity, so that's great. Anyway, I'm gonna put the potatoes in. I might have to make another trench depending on how many potatoes I have. They're small potatoes, so small potato varieties, so I'm not sure how many we'll get, but we'll see. In the other 2 beds I made, we put lots of bigger potatoes, and I think some small ones as well, but mostly bigger, like probably 3 sizes bigger than those. Anyway, I've put the potatoes quite close just because they're smaller ones and I'm not sure how well they will do. Normally I would space them a bit more. But yeah, some of them are rotten slightly, so I'm not sure how well they will do. I'm gonna dig another trench just near the other one because I've got some more left. See, they're quite small, so I'm not sure how well they'll produce. But yeah, and I've put some garlic in between them just in case we get rats or things like that I want to dig them. So yeah, dug the second trench and I just want to show you some of the worm activity. As you can see, beautiful worms. I won't keep it too much in the sun, but as you can see, I'll just put it back and cover it. Here's another one and another one. Oh yeah, actually yeah, it's the same, that one and that one. And here some more. They just, you know, really enjoy the wood chips because it creates a good medium for them. It insulates the ground, so it keeps them warm when it's too cold outside, and it keeps the soil underneath the wood chips nice and moist when it's too hot. So yeah, you'll hear me speak about wood chips a lot if you will be watching this channel. It's a beautiful way of gardening, in my opinion. Simple, especially as we humans age. I think it's good to have good quality soil in our gardens rather than keeping lawns and things like that. We can have some lawns if we really want to, but I think it's more beneficial to have spaces in which we can grow food and sustain ourselves and create a good ambience for other beings as well. Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. I ended up doing 2 more rows actually, so 4 in total. 2 more shorter ones. So yeah, as you can see, the potatoes are really close. You wouldn't want to put potatoes this close normally, but just because they're small and I don't know how many of them will actually make it, I've just spread them there and we'll see. And that's how simple it can be. I've also placed the rows quite further apart. Normally I would again make them closer, but I just, since I put more potatoes, I wanted to give them more room to grow. So yeah, it's not a classical way of planting potatoes, but we'll see how they do, and I think they will enjoy the wood chips quite a bit. I've put a stick somewhere around there just so I know all the way up to where I put potatoes, because until they grow I don't want to step on them. So yeah, that's the stick there. We'll see how many potatoes we make. As mentioned, they're a small potato variety. I think more used for boiling as such, or baking, but we had them, so might as well make use of them. This is what I wanted to show you. Ended up quite a long video, but I hope you are able to take something useful from it. Such a gorgeous day today. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a lovely afternoon.